Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Natasha. This is episode 47 and I am coming to you with news of what I've been doing today. I have got some things to show you because I left some stuff out by total accident of my Temu haul the other day. It was in the bottom of the bag and I didn't realise until afterwards. So I will show you that today. I've also got a gift that I was given at the end of term last week in July, which I hadn't shown you all these weeks. It's just been one of those things that got left in my basket and I didn't just haven't shown you week after week, but I'm going to show you today, and I'm sure you're going to love it. The other thing that I've managed to do is get a couple of extra things done, so I will show you those, but the one thing that I cannot show you, which I have made a separate video for, so you can go over and watch that once it's uploaded, and that was a birthday gift, which was the hat that resembled the same hat as Arthur Morgan. I'm looking down because I've got it written down so I don't get it wrong. Arthur Morgan from the game. If you've got children or partners, because I have children and partners that play the Xbox, but it's basically a game that you can play on a console or on PC, called Red Dead Redemption 2. And we've got someone in our lives that is very much a fan of it, and so I thought it would be nice to crochet him a hat to go along with all the rest of the memorabilia that he's got for the game. And it was really, really lovely, and I was glad that I could actually make something to give that. It just makes it extra special, doesn't it, when you're actually giving something that you've spent time making. I think it makes all the difference. Anyway, once that video is up, obviously those of you that are subscribed to my channel will get a notification of it, but if you are not subscribed and you would like to be subscribed so that you get to know when all my videos go up, then of course press the subscribe button, because I would really, really love that. So when that video's up, obviously then you can go along and have a look at that one. The other thing that I have done as an extra for my channel is, hold on a second, I made a dress for Emily Rabbit, and so she'll no longer show her knickers to the world. So I made this with Stylecraft Special DK in the colourway teal, I want to say. Don't know exactly because it didn't have a ball band, I'm afraid. But I put my own buttons on, and they were just, it just says handmade with love on the buttons. But it worked up really, really nicely, and I always think, oh, what happens if the outfits don't fit them and all the rest of it, and I kind of have a little bit of a fear of it. Sorry, move you up a bit. I kind of have a little fear of the fact of the clothes that you make for the toys not fitting properly, and although this one is quite short, and judging by, you know, it's only just past the knickers, I did exactly what it said in the book. I used a 3.5mm needle, and I just made the two top parts separately, and then I joined them with a chain, and then put it back so that it made a button loop, And then I put the it was just double crochets on the top to make the bib front and back, and then single crocheting all the way around. And then I put a little bit of a frill on the bottom, which was fine, and I managed it. It was just a little bit tight, that's all I have to say really, but at least she has got clothes on. I did try to attempt the coat, and I am one stitch out, and I don't know why. And if I can do something as complicated as wrinkles on an otter, I'm sure I can do single crochet forward and back when it's only 32 stitches. And it's on one of the lines, it just said to skip a stitch, miss one, and then miss one on the end, and keep going across until the last two, and then you miss one and put one on the end. I don't know why I didn't, there was still an extra one. Anyway, it was doing my head in, so I ripped it back and put it away. I will attempt to do it again, but it was just one of those headspaces things that I just really didn't want to be messing about with. And so you'll have to keep an eye out for the future, and she may well have a coat on. But of course, autumn is coming, so she's going to need something to keep her warm, isn't she? So I am sure to be able to try and conquer it, because I won't let it beat me. Again, jackets have sleeves, don't they? And that's the one thing that does put me off, but I'm going to do it because I don't want to not do it. So those two things, the hat and the dress for Emily Rabbit, are my extra things this week that I've managed to do. In the coming week, I am going to be doing some play food. Let me just put this one back. I am going to be making some play food, because I'm going to make sure that I have got a selection of food to be able to take to nursery when back to school to play with, so that the children have got things to use in their play kitchen. And so I will be that will be my up and coming thing that's going to be this week, and then hopefully I will be able to have a few more things to show you other than my regular things, which are my squares and my donut, for episode 48 next week. So keep your eyes peeled, and then who knows, I don't know what I'm going to feel like doing, so that will be the surprise this week. Anyway, I will show you what was left out of the Temu haul that I bought that I had actually forgotten before I show you anything else. And although I haven't taken this one out of the packet, I have bought a couple of these. This one has a flower and a little bit of sparkle in the centre, and that is for things like my stripy pink floaty thing that I wear when it's a little bit chilly. It doesn't have buttons or anything, and sometimes I like to just keep it around me, and so I wanted a clip each side, like a shawl clip pin thing to keep it together so that I don't have to hold it together. And I also thought that it would be nice for making shawls and things in the future to have something to keep it closed. So I bought one of those, and I also opted for a plainer one in case that the shawl had a lovely design or something and I didn't want to take it away from that. I ordered just a plain one. So there was those two, and then I decided I wanted to keep hold of some of these things for like bag charms, backpack bodies, that sort of thing, or key rings, so that then if I decide to make something small in the future, then I have got a few that I can use, and then I can of course give them for gifts and things, can't I? So I ordered some of those and some of those, and then I wanted something to keep my pins in, because as much as I've ordered a few of these and you just get things that look like plastic specimen bottles, I wanted something a bit more nicer, and so I managed to pick up one of these, and basically it's just a container to put all the needles in, and it's plain, it hasn't got anything written on it. But it does, it, you know, it will do the job. And I like to use the sharp pins to make sure that it goes through the work really nicely, but they need to have large heads. Now, as much as tapestry type needles, you know, you need to have large eyes because of the yarn going through. My eyesight isn't quite as good, so at the end of the day I do need really, really big ones. And the really big ones that I bought the other day, which were angled at the bottom, were just really thick, and it was really hard to get it through the work. So I wanted some really sharp ones so that I could have large eyes and sharp pins, needles, even sharp points. So at least then I can keep them all together in here, and I don't need to have so many of these rattly old plastic things that just look unsightly. So that was the end of my little Temu bits that I forgot to show you the other day. And next I'm going to show you what my lovely gift that my friend gave me, who I worked closely with last year. She had this printed for me especially. She knows that I am an avid crocheter, and she knows that I am on here making videos to show everyone, and I was absolutely thrilled when I got this lovely gift. I love the fact it's got my name on it, and I love the fact that it's got everything crochet wise on it, and I just love the fact that she's actually taken the time to actually care that much and give me such a lovely gift. I'm not sure that I will actually be using this for my hot drinks, but I don't know. I don't know what to use. I was going to put my hooks in it, but then I thought, well, do I use it or not? I do like to drink out of bone china cups. Not that I'm picky as such, but it's just that they are nice and light. But I will definitely be keeping this one, and I haven't decided whether I'm going to use it or not. I'm so worried that if I do use it, it's going to get chipped and the handle might fall off and things, or it might get dropped by one of the children. So I am thinking that I'm just going to put all my yarny goodness in it, all my hooks and things like that, you know, and just keep it. But I really, really love it, and I love the fact that she cared that much to give me something so special, and I wanted to share it all with you, and I just love it. So should we get on with it now? What do you think of Emily's dress? Did you like it? I'm really proud of it. Now, ask me how this week's squares went. Oh my goodness me, terrible. They were so easy, but yet so brain taxing. Shall I show you the unicorn? I'll show the unicorn. This was attempt number 1. I thought that I was going to be really clever, and I was going to do the circle, and I was going to put all the bits and pieces on before I did the outside, just because I thought, oh, it'll save time, don't worry, I did all the little bits first, stuck it all on. Then it came to doing the outer bit to make the square, and look what happened. Since when did it have 5 corners, eh? I don't know, but gee whiz. So what I thought I was saving time on doing, I actually was not, because look at the state of it. Anyway, I have redone it, so don't worry, that isn't my attempt. My cal that I am hosting on this channel is, the hashtag for it is hooks and stitches. I've got to keep looking at it because I need to make sure it's right for the hashtag. But it's hooks and stitches 3D cal 2024. And I have been doing 2, let me just get the book. I have been using this book, and I've been choosing 2 a week to do because there is 100 and I didn't want it to go on and on and on for 2 years. So I've been choosing 2 a week to be able to do at random, picking from a pot, to be able to show you. And then at least then it's one book that I can say, right, that's it, I've done them all, so I don't need to worry about that. Because eventually I want to work through all of my books and do at least one thing. But this one, because it was the granny squares and I wanted to go right through the book and do them all and learn new techniques if there was new techniques to learn, that's what I wanted to do. And of course, Sally from Nanny Moon's Crochet, she decided that she was going to get the book too and do it with me, so that then it was something that we could do together. And of course, it's never too late. If you want to join in with me, then that's fine. I can put my email address in the description box below, and then you can show me the squares that you make, or anything else that you make. In fact, if you would like to show me, then I'm quite happy to see it, because I love to see everyone's work that they've been working on. And of course, if you, like I say, if you want to join in and do the squares, it's never too late, and I can always, if you allow me to, share it on my channel to show everyone else your yarny goodness. So I pick 2 from this book every single week, and it means then that we will eventually get it finished. And I'm going to put that one there for now because I need to lift up the board. So actually, I'm going to show you that in a minute. I'm going to show you something else first. Forgive me. I made a start on the elephant. Now this is the elephant that I'm making for the very last value of our animal, to represent the very last value from at our school, and it is the value of compassion. And elephants are one of the top leading animal for compassion, because they are compassionate. And so I chose to do this one, and I chose the yarn and everything, and I chose Stylecraft Special Aran in the colourway something, I've forgotten it. Hold on a minute, let me see if I've got the ball band in here. I don't think I have. Da, 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 da. I can't remember for the life of me what it is. Why can't I remember? Anyway, I digress. I will find it and put it in the description box below. But I started by making a foot, and then I decided that I thought that the colour was a little bit too light. The colour that's on there was a little bit darker, but I don't want it too dark. The actual pattern calls for camel hair, wool with camel hair, and I couldn't find it anywhere. All on Etsy and everywhere that had sold out. So I just had to go with it. Anyway, I bought the light colour brown from Stylecraft Aran, but then I decided that it didn't seem quite right. So I found some on Vinted, and so when that comes, I'm going to see if it's a little bit darker, and I will show you obviously if I can, you know, when it comes, if I will show you, and if it is a little bit darker, then I am going to just redo the leg and everything else in that. I was supposed to have it done by the time that we go back, but I don't think I'm going to reach that deadline now. But as long as it gets done, then that's fine. And of course, if it's only going to be a week or two after when we go back in September, then it's fine. Absolutely fine. I can usually whack it out if I constantly work on it quite quickly anyway. But I'm loving it. I love the pattern so far. And I like the fact that you have to stay central from the up the middle, and I'm just really thoroughly enjoying it, so it shouldn't be a problem. I just wasn't quite sure about the colour, and if it is the same, then I'll just carry on. You know, I will just have to make do, but we'll see. When I'm happy, it will make me really, really want to work on it. And I suppose you know that from yourself. If you've got to be 100% feeling it, because otherwise that's when whips start to come, you know, and you kind of, or sleeping whips anyway, and then you kind of just chuck it in the corner and think, oh God, don't you? So it is one of those things, but I will get it done, and I will show you when it comes, and I'm sure you'll see it worked up. So I made a start on that too, but just didn't finish. Let me put that in there. Right, I'm going to show you, actually I'm going to show you the donut first. Sally from Nanny Moon's Crochet, she is doing the Donut Cow book. Let me just pick it up because I put it on the floor. She is doing this one, and we're doing one a week, and luckily there is 50, so it won't go on that long either, and we should really technically be finished at roughly around about the same time. But this week she drew out the crab. If you go along to her channel, she'll explain all about it, because she usually does. And she's a lovely lady, for those of you that don't know who she is. And I've jumped on board doing hers because she jumped on board with me doing mine. And it's just really nice to be able to have something solid and constant on our channel every Monday to show you all. And we most of the time work together doing these things, and it's just really nice to have that company whilst we crochet, and having lots and lots of time to just do things that make us happy. So if you go along to her channel, she draws these out of a bag on her Monday episode, and so hopefully later on I will find out what's going to be this week. But the one that we have done to show you this week is the crab. Now these, the legs, I didn't use the ones, I didn't use the instruction that was in the book, because in the book it said to do 4 single crochets in a magic circle, and work in the round, and 4 was just too fiddly and too much. So I did my legs differently. I did mine so that I crocheted, I started off with a chain of 8, and then I single crocheted along the leg, and then I did double crochets back, and then I just folded it over and then sewed it up. And that's the way I made the legs, because the other way was just too fiddly. But I think they look quite realistic, and I don't mind doing it different ways than what the book says, because if it means that it can be got done without shying away and thinking, oh, I don't really want to do it, then of course that's the main thing, isn't it? And I didn't do a blue starfish. I wanted to keep it as close as I could to the real thing, and I turned mine over, because obviously there's a right side and a wrong side, isn't there? And I thought that the wrong side looked bobbly, just like the real thing, and so I kept it the wrong side because I think it looks really, really authentic. And so that is my week's donut of the crab, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what we are going to have for this week to do. So that is my crab. So Sally, we managed it. And now I'll show you. Actually, I need to get my pot because I haven't got my pot. Hold on. I have it. I forgot it, didn't I? Right. So this week's squares. This week's squares are the raspberry and the unicorn. I said I'd do it, and I did. And it was a lot better the second time round. But it does look like a raspberry, doesn't it, I think? And of course it looks like a unicorn. I really love it. And I did enjoy it in the end. I did enjoy doing that. And that one was straightforward as well. I was a bit dubious of the fact, because of the little kind of popcorn stitches, but it actually worked out quite well, and it worked up quite quickly as well, and I'm really, really pleased about that. And the leaves, I did the leaves in the famous back bump way, so that when you do your chain, obviously you go in the back bumps rather than through the actual stitches, because then it just makes it firmer, and I enjoy doing that, and I've done it lots and lots of times. And I do that on the bottom of any, even if I am starting off a blanket or anything now, that's what I do. So these two are my lovely squares for this week, and let's draw out some more. Give them a little bit of a jog about. And this this is the Succulent on page 79. So let's have a quick look at the Succulent. Page 79. The Succulent, right. Okay, let me just move my marker. Then I will show you the Succulent. There is the Succulent. Lots of little bobbly bits, Sally. I wonder how taxing that's going to be this week. We can do it, can't we? We can do it. Okay, so second, let's have a look, see what else we've got. The fried egg. And there we were talking about crochet food, weren't we? Anyway, the fried egg on page 14. So let's have a look. Page 14. Oh, this one is going to be lovely, especially after that Succulent. Looks like it's on brown bread there too. I hope it's just not going to be like the kiwi. Let's see. Anyway, so the Succulent and the fried egg are my squares for this week. So come back next Monday and see how we got on with it. Now, the last thing I have to say is that I am going to start something new, and so not only the food bit of to add to this channel, this episode, but I'm also, because I finished my shawl here, I am going to do the baubles and berries shawl by Cherry Heart, and I've chosen my colours. I haven't got the pattern out of the drawer, so I will just put it in the description box below, and I will show you next Monday, because then I can show you compared to what the pattern looks like to how far I've got. But I'll show you the colours that I've chosen. Now, let me move my chair back a little. Now, the pattern was an Advent pattern. It was to use with Advent minis, and they were to be used, 20 gram minis to be used, and there was obviously 24 from, just working down the rows, and because obviously I don't have an Advent that is with hand-dyed yarn, which I suppose was the purpose of the pattern, I wanted to use colours like this, and obviously these are 50 gram balls. This is Stylecraft Batik, and these are all the lovely yummy colours that I really love, and I have numbered them so then I can do the repeats in each colour as they go up, and then I can do a full one, and then I can repeat it and do another full one, so that has 2 repeats, and then see if it's long enough. because I think it was something like 47 inches or something like that, which seems a really long one. So I'm going to see how it drapes and how long I need it, and then as long as I've got every single colour twice, I'm going to stop there, I think, rather than do lots and lots and lots of them. But I'll show you when I've got the pattern. It's just that I don't want to stop the video again and pause it just to go and get it, because I've already been talking 35 minutes, and by the time obviously I show you, it'll be a bit longer otherwise. So these are all my lovely colours. I will explain more about it, like I say, and I will talk to you through the colours when I can actually show you the pattern. I think that would be better. But you just use this as a little glimpse of what's to come, and then I will be able to have something else obviously to show you on a Monday, just to fill up the episode a little bit more, rather than just having a donut and 2 squares to show you. So I'm going to go. If you like what you see, then like and subscribe, and please comment and tell me what you think in the comment box below. That would really make my day. And of course, share my channel, tell your friends, and just give my channel a little bit of love. That would be absolutely wonderful. So take care, my darlings. I'm going to go, and I will see you on Wednesday for waking up my whips. Take care. Love to you all. Bye.